Hello again, Miriam from the YMCA with some more chair exercises for people in a chair. So make yourself comfortable, make sure your feet are flat on the floor, or if they don't reach the floor, have them up on something like a book or maybe a yoga block if you happen to have one. Whatever is handy and whatever makes you comfortable is the most important thing. Sitting back on your chair if you need to, but if you can, sit up tall, away from the back of the chair, because this is an exercise class after all, and we want to make sure we're using as many muscles as we can. But if you need to at any time, obviously sit back. Take it easy. Work with how your body feels today. Every day is different. We'll start with some shoulder rolls. Oh, by the way, today some of you may have a resistance band. This is a stretchy band that we can use to exercise our muscles a little bit more strongly. If you don't have one, it doesn't matter. We can do the same exercises exactly the same. I'll show you what to do when we get to that point. We'll just start with a warm-up and some shoulder rolls, as I said. So scrunch your shoulders up to your ears and then roll them down. Rolling forwards, rolling up and rolling back down. As you roll your shoulders back and down behind, think of squeezing your shoulder blades together and feel them moving on over your ribs. Breathing in as you lift up, breathing out as you roll back. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Let's try one at a time. Let's start with this side. Roll it up and back and down. Roll forward and back and down. Forward and round. One more. And down. Very good. Let's try the other side. Let's try this side. Roll it up and back. Using your breath to help you make the movements. So as you breathe in, you think of really activating, and breathing out as you come back around and slow down again. A few more on this side. Rolling up and around. And last one. Up we go and round behind. Fantastic. We're going to gently turn our head and then stretch our neck a little bit. We'll start moving towards that side first. So gently turn your head. Breathe in as you turn your head and face to the side. And then breathe out, coming back to the center. Go the other way. Breathe in and breathe out. It's very common for one side to be stiffer and tighter than the other. That's okay. That's why we do both. When we do our exercises, we make sure we do both sides. Breathing out, breathing in, let's turn. Breathing out, breathing in, let's turn, and come back again. And last one to this side. Good. And now a gentle turn of our head. So bring your ear towards your shoulder very gently. Take a breath in and sit up tall, and then breathe out and let your head just drop gently to one side. Try to keep your shoulders level so that it's really just your neck we're gently stretching. Come up to the center and then exhale as you go the other side. Breathing in, breathing out as you turn. Just gently, your head may not bend all that far. Doesn't matter, just feel a gentle stretch up the side of your neck. That's great. Good. Now we're going to raise one arm to the side and try a little bit of a side bend. So this arm first, let's breathe in and lift it up as high as we can, and then breathe out and lower it back down. Come up again, breathing in just as high as you can. If it only goes to here, that's fine. That's fine. And breathe out and lower. And one more, lift up. Again, keeping your shoulders level. Just make it a movement through your shoulder and arm. And relax. You can hang on to your chair if you need to, or relax the other hand on your leg. So breathing in, we lift up, and breathe out, we lower. Keep coming, lifting up lowering. Again, just as high as you can. One side might be better than the other. You might get higher on one side than the other. That's okay. Lift up and lower. Good. Now we'll try a little side bend. So hang onto your chair with this hand and then reach the other one up as high as you can, and then we're going to try and C-shape through our middle. So rather than bend over to the side, we're going to try and bend over our waist. So hang onto your chair for stability. Try and tuck your elbow into your waist on this side. Lift your arm to this side as high as you can. Take a breath in and then breathe out and stretch yourself up and over just as much as you can. Think of it as a C shape that you're forming. Switch hands. We'll try the other side. Take a breath in and reach up and then C shape. Remember, tuck this elbow in, bend over your elbow and come back down. Good job. Lift up and then bend just gently, stretch out that side body here and lower down, and then the other side. Breathe in and stretch up and over. Fantastic. Well done. We'll just try a little bit of a bend forwards and back. So forward fold, we call it in yoga, and also what we call an up dog, where you push your chest forward. So let's just try. Hold onto your chair, or maybe if you're feeling pretty safe, your hands can be on your thighs instead. But for stability, best here. We're going to curl ourselves over, just a little bit. If your back doesn't like being bent and bend over to flex and straighten up to extend, if your back doesn't like that, then tilt from the hip, like so. Otherwise, we'll try and bend over, just a little bit. Very gentle, take it easy. Take a breath in and sit up straight, and then pull your belly in and curl yourself over so your shoulders come towards your thighs, just gently. Now take a breath out and open your chest up, so as if you're trying to lift your chest up towards the ceiling. Now exhale again and curl over, and then inhale and push your chest up. You can look up as well if that feels good. Now a couple more. Exhale, pull your belly in, really pull that belly in tight as you curl over, and then breathe in and stick your chest out. Good. Last one. Curl over, forward fold, and then inhale and make your chest puff right out. Very, very good. Excellent. Let's start some work with our arms and hands. So reaching forward, you can leave your hands on your knees if you need to, or you can lift them up in front. Lift up and then lower. So fingers come up towards the ceiling, fingers point down to the floor. Excuse me. Lift up and lower. Lift up and lower. Just a couple more. Up and lower. Good. Good. Now we're just going to spread our fingers out and then scrunch them. So spread your fingers out wide and then scrunch them up into fists. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Open and scrunch. Open and scrunch. One more. Open and scrunch. Fantastic. We'll take our arms out to the sides again, and we're going to see if we can move them from the side, forward and side, and then down again. We start with one arm at a time. Arm reaches out to the side, sweep it forward, sweep it back and lower. Good. Other side. Lift it to the side and forward and side and down. Good. Now that's pretty straightforward. We can do a couple more. Let's try going out to the side and forward, side and down, side, forward, side and down. Pretty easy, I hear you say. Okay, let's try it with the bands. So what you can do is roll the band, or if you've got one. Now if you haven't got one, just continue to do the exercise just the same without it. It's fine. If you'd like a little bit more challenge and you have a band handy, then wind it round one hand. This is going to be the moving hand to start with. And wind the other hand round, the band around the other hand, I should say, and kind of tuck it under your leg. You may need to adjust how tight it is according to how strong your arm is going to be able to move it out. So start right at the end and be gentle with yourself. And just take your arm as far as you can. The band is meant to make your arm work a little bit harder, but we don't want to overstrain. So just be comfortable, but allow yourself to have a little bit more of a challenge. Here we go. So breathe in to reach out, come forward, reach out again, and lower back down. How's that going? So you might need to adjust. If the band is too long and you feel no resistance whatsoever, then you might like to wind your hand around a bit more tightly, or this hand can come around a bit tighter, one or the other. It's quite a strong exercise for our shoulder muscles, so take it easy, and if you're better off without the band altogether, then that's quite okay. Once again, let's lift our arm out to the side, come forward, to the side, and lower. Excuse me. So a few more. Let's lift up and forward, side and down. Let's do one more. Side, forward, side and down. Good job. Then switch hands. Tuck the fingers under that leg and get ready to move with this arm this time. Here we go. You can get the breathing coordinated as well. That's a breath in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. So 3 more. Lift up, come forward, pull out and down. So feel how wonderful it feels to have your muscles strongly working as you stretch the band out to the side and down. Lifting up, across, out and down. Very good. You think we can do it with both hands at the same time? Well, we can give it a go, but if you do, you really need to be quite firm in your tummy. So we really need to squeeze our sit bones together, brace our bellies, and really be strong through our whole midsection, because this is going to be quite hard work. Let's give it a try. You might like to loosen the band off right to the ends, but make sure you've got a good grip so you don't slap yourself in your face with the band as it pops out of your hand. All right, let's try. Reach out wide, come forward, reach out wide and lower. Here we go. Lift up, come forward. They make funny sounds, don't they, when I flip over different things? And down. Here we go again. Stretch out, go forward, stretch out and lower. Last one. Let's breathe in, breathe out, breathe in and down. Fantastic. Really well done. Now if you can, hold the ends of your band, if you've got the band, hold the ends and make sure it's kind of flat and open, and step one foot into it. Now make sure, I'm going to lift my foot up so you can see, make sure that the ball of your foot and most of the arch of your foot is firmly across the centre of the band. Can you see that? So I've got my toes sticking out the top and my heel is visible right at the bottom. So pop it under your foot and we'll do some of our leg exercises that we often do, but but with the more challenge working against the resistance band. Beginning with ankles stretching like we did with our wrists. So lift your toe and then push it down against the band. If it's not really feeling like there's much resistance happening, make sure the ball of your foot is firmly in the middle of the band, and maybe you might need to take a extra wind, or perhaps hold the band a little bit further down. Okay, so just a little bit of resistance. So as you lift your toe, the resistance loosens, and then as you push your toe away and stretch your ankle out, you've got a little bit of resistance. So the heel stays on your book or on the floor, your toe lifts up, and then you point your toe, keeping your heel on the book or on the floor. So it's an ankle curl really, so toe pushes away and lifts up, and pushes away and lifts up. If your heel lifts a little bit off the floor or off the book, that's okay. Just make sure your leg is staying firmly on your chair so you keep stable. A couple more. Push out and then bend. So you're really just flexing your ankle. Good. Let's switch to the other foot. So keeping the band flat if you can manage. Ball of your foot and a little bit of the arch in the middle. That's it. So take as much pressure in as you need to. If you want more challenge, obviously, you'll shorten where your hands are towards your feet. But I want you sitting up straight with your leg on the chair. And we start with our heel connected. Now let's point our toe and then point our heel. So we're angling from our ankle. That's it. Pushing the toe away and lifting. Pushing the toe away and then lifting the toe. That's it. Push down, lift up, breathe in and breathe out. A couple more. And down. Good. And now we can try lifting our heels. Take the band away for the moment, if you were using one, and just hook it over the back of your chair or hold it in your hands, it doesn't matter. Just going to lift our heels, similar to what we just did, but we're going to move on and work them both at the same time. So a little bit similar. This time, first time we were pointing our toe and lifting up, so that was more this kind of action. Now we're doing it a bit differently. This will engage our thigh muscles more, because as we lift our heel, our thigh will activate to allow our leg to come up off the chair a little bit. So heel comes up, heel comes up, up and down, up and down. Now we're going to walk them. So it's kind of like, that's it, they're both moving at the same time. Good. Just walking, 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 walking. That's the way. Feel the calf muscles working, and a little bit of work happening in these thighs as well. Isn't that good? That's great. Now if you wanted to, you could try having the band across your knees and hold it at the corners of the chair. So as you lift your heel, your knee will push gently against the band. Just a little bit of extra pressure. That's it. Can you feel the difference? That's the way. And again, let's walk our heels up, down, up, down. That's right. Just a little bit of gentle pressure across our knees. Can you feel a little bit more work in the top part of your leg now? That's great. Good. So now we're going to finish there. And again, just rest the band somewhere, wherever, it doesn't matter. We're going to step out to the side. So our foot comes out to the side and taps down and back in. Other leg, out to the side and back. You may find it more comfortable to sit forward on the chair, so you've got a little bit more room to move. But wherever you are, we're actually lifting our leg up and taking it out to the side. So we're lifting and stretching out, lifting and stretching out. So this is going to give us some more work in our thigh muscles up on top of our leg here, and also a little bit of work for our midsection, because as we lift our leg, it's not just the leg muscles that are working, it's the belly muscles that also work to make that happen. Good, good. Now you can see where this might be going, can't you? Because I haven't got rid of the band yet. What we can do if we'd like a big challenge is take the band across our knees and get the end underneath each end, and just keep it quite loose. So hold the very ends in your hands. Mine's a bit short, hopefully yours are a bit longer. And hold the edge of your chair with the band in your hand. So get a firm grip, wrap it around your thumb or something if you need to. We're going to see if we can do that same movement, but we're going to have to push against the band to get our knee out to the side, aren't we? Give it a try. If it's too much, take the band away, and if you haven't got a band, it doesn't matter, just keep doing the same exercise, just the same. Here we go. Now let's step out and back in, and out and back in. That's the way. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Very good. How are you feeling? A little bit of a challenge? Just take the feet a little bit out to the side, enough that you can feel some resistance. That's enough. We don't have to really overdo it. That isn't helpful. We can get just as much effective exercise doing things gently, but doing them maybe for longer than we do if we're really trying to exceed what our bodies can manage just in this moment. Good. So holding the chair, holding the bands firmly, step out and in, step out and in. A couple more, or maybe a few more. And forward and back. So last one here and last one here. Very good. Now let's see if we can get the band back under our foot again, and we'll just try a little bit of stretching out. So flatten it out again, drop it down towards your foot, and then step your foot into it again. Ball of your foot firmly in the middle, plenty of arch as well. Holding the band in both hands and keeping it steady. Now you might like to sit back in your chair for a bit more stability. We're going to see if we can kick our foot out and stretch it forward and bend back in. So breathe in and stretch it away. Breathe out and come back in. Push forward and down. This is really going to work our upper thighs again, so we're getting a really good leg workout today, huh? That's good. Stretch forward and down. The resistance bands can be handy because they give us a bit more challenge, but they can also feel a bit more like we've got some support. So if you haven't got a band, keep going those who do. If you haven't got a band, you might like to have your hands under your leg, under your thigh, so that as you stretch your leg out long, you've got some support. That's fine. Good. Last one, and then we'll switch sides. Once again, make sure the band is flat, step your heel, the ball of your foot into it, sit back, hold the band, or not, or hold your hands under your thigh, and away we go. Stretching forward and down. Forward and down, forward and down, forward and down. That's it. A few more. Breathing in as you stretch long. Breathing out as you draw your foot back down to your book or the floor. Last one. Very good. Excellent. All right. Now we're going to do a little bit of work that's going to work our waist, the muscles of our waist, our oblique muscles that go like a diagonal from the side to the middle. And we're going to push out to the side and reach across our body. So beginning with holding on to the chair on this side, take this arm, sit up nice and tall, brace your belly strongly, take a breath in and then breathe out and reach across and then come back. Reach across again, reach and twist. So it's a gentle twist. Hold this chair for support and then breathe out as you reach as far across your body as you can. Coming back and reach away. Good. Come back to the center. Push and release. Last one. Push and release. Good. Hands to the chair on the other side. Lift the other hand. Big breath in. Sit tall. Now breathe out as you reach across. That's it. Keep coming. Pushing across. And back. Push across. And back. Across. And back. 2 more. That's it. Can you feel your waist muscles working ever so gently as you reach across? Last one. Good. Now we're going to see if we can combine the leg movement and the arm movement. So as you reach across, you're going to stretch this leg out to the side and draw them back together. Switch hands, reach across and step out and come back. That's the way. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Excellent. Tapping foot to the side and reaching across, and the other foot. That's the way. Fantastic work for our waists. A little bit of more leg work, a little bit more arm work, and our chest muscles will be getting involved too, won't they? Fantastic full body exercise, reaching across and back. Keep coming. And side. Very good. Couple more. Each side. Reach and come back. Reach and come back. Well done. Very good. Very good. A little bit more work for our tummy here. And again, it will feel like it's your legs that are working, but actually it works your tummy. We're going to tap our toes. So it's like marching. We often do things like marching or jogging, you know, jogging in a chair. But today, just the legs for now. Might work the arms a little bit more in a moment. So see if you can tap those feet. That's the way. And now we're going to see just how quick we can tap them. Tapping, tapping, tapping. That's the way. Like an impatient little doggy waiting for it to go for its walkie. So keep going. Ooh, can you feel the legs working? So slow it down if you need to. That's fine. But those who might notice, the more they're working, tapping the legs up and down, the more their belly has to hold them. So this is real core exercises we're doing here. So it feels like it's working your legs, and it certainly is. So slow it down if you need to. But keep going, and you'll start to feel some work happening in your tummy as well. Now that's a good thing because it supports our back. Stronger tummy muscles, stronger back. Very, very important. Excellent work. And relax. Whew. I think we need to stretch our glutes, our thighs a little bit if we can. So let's see if we can lift up, hands under your thigh, and let's see if we can lift up. Use your arms as much as you can. Lift up and just stretch that muscle out. Let this bottom half of your leg go really floppy, and just see if you can ease your leg up and stretch it out. Just breathe quietly and try and let those muscles relax. Now plop that foot down again, and let's try the other leg. So again, lift it up. Just using your arms just as much as you can, and let that muscle go really floppy on top of your leg. Let this all go floppy. That's the way. Breathe and relax. muscle open. Good, good. We did some arm work as well. So let's roll our shoulders again and repeat our stretches. So let's roll our shoulders up to our ears and roll them back over. Rolling up, rolling back, rolling up, rolling back. That's it. Breathing in and breathing out. Good. And let's take our arms to stretch out and lift up. So arms go wide, lift them up as high as you can. Take a big breath in, sit up tall, and then relax down. So just like we did when we started squeezing our sit bones, think about this. We can lift ourselves up from underneath. So think about the bones that you're sitting on and bones of your pelvis. Think about squeezing them together as if your hips are joining in together and coming up from inside. And see how that feels. You sit tall, makes you feel like you're sitting taller. Your head comes up closer to the ceiling. And let's roll down again. So tuck your chin and roll yourself forward, keeping all those bones squeezed together. Breathe in and open your chest again. Breathe out and gently roll over. Breathe in and sit up tall. Really expand your chest and lift it up. And then exhale and roll yourself down again. And then a big breath in, lift up. That's wonderful. And breathe out. Pull your belly in and roll over. Excellent. Sit up. Turn your head to the side. Gently, gently. Back to center. And then over to the other side. Center again. One more each side. And back. And other side. Good. Good. Gentle hinge to the side. And back. And other side. Last one. And over. Very good. Excellent workout today. Thank you so much for joining me. We'll see you again next time. Bye for now.